Welcome to the XSF podcast, hosted by Devant and Lou. This is the podcast to show that every human is capable of being extreme. Tune in to discover how you are too. All right. Welcome, everybody, to another amazing episode of the XSF podcast. It is not only me, your host, Devante, but we got host Lou in the building. Say what up to everybody, Lou.
What's up, everybody?
As robot as ever. I love it. And if you don't notice, Lou is no longer face up in the camera, seeing his nostril hairs and all the boogers inside. He is backed up a little bit with some background stuff. But off of that, today we talked about community. You know, me and him are just hyped up right now. We're laughing, having a good time because, one, me and him have not talked in a while, and two, we just had a really good episode. You know, we talked about community and how that alone has made both of us feel a lot better in times when we just have felt very off ourselves, and realizing that, you know, me and Lou both are more introverted people. We like to be to ourselves, like to do stuff to ourselves, but realizing that, you know, we are social creatures, and you have to have respect for that at times. And, you know, we talk a little bit more in depth about that, as well as reviewing Kyle Walker's Ruby Vans skate part. That was absolutely amazing. We reviewed a couple clips. You know, we actually dropped a couple big tips in there for you skaters when it comes to a thing called tissue tolerance. And we even laid out the equation for how injury happens. So if you want to hear more on that, make sure you stick all the way to that part of the episode. Next, we just got into ranting about skating around and people really just being very, very insecure of how us skaters feel out here trying to get our clips or trying to just cruise home from work. And before we hop in to the episode, let us give a shout out to our sponsors. And I want to let everybody know, next week, we have a new sponsor coming to the XSF podcast. Everything is already all worked out and ready. I just want to have one more meeting with them. So I got everything dialed in to how I'm going to present it to you all. But let me let you know now. This is going to be something pretty cool. I want everybody to tap into, especially the people out there who might be dealing with some chronic pain or some recovery type issues and stuff. So stay tuned for that one. First on the list, we got Third Lair Skate Park and Skate Shop. Shout out to my people out there. They've always been supporting the skateboarding industry, giving back to the community through the skate lessons they have, the skate camps, giving back with awesome demos, showing people what it is to be a skateboarder. And they also have stuff from boards, shoes, shirts, pants, everything you need to get decked out for your next session, and even to take the girl or the boy, whatever the case may be, out on a date looking fresh, either getting clips or, hey, eating some chips, whatever the case may be. Next on the list, we got Monte Coso Skateboards. Monte Coso Skateboards is another Minnesota and owned, operated business. They have been out here doing the same thing, giving back to the skateboarding community. Always out here at contests, giving the kids shirts, making sure these kids have some good-looking clothes on, giving out boards when we can. I know the board shortage was there for a while, but we're back up now. So make sure you check out Monte Coso Skateboards. Everything is down in the show notes. Go ahead, Lou. Let them know what's up.
All right, you got Jetty Woodwork, the best woodwork you possibly get ever in the world. They're in Long Beach, New York, veteran-owned and operated, locally sourced wood. You got Batch Roasting Co., best coffee you can get this part of the world. They're ethically owned and operated. And at checkout, you want to go LBOMB, L-B-O-M-B, for a 15% discount. That's Batch Roasting Co. and Jetty Woodwork.
Boom. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoy.
Peace. Something new.
I mean,
it's like right now, I'm still correcting. It's how just real it is.
Hey, that's all right, dude. It's all
You know
right.
what I mean?
You know, like we need
Had to start something new.
some cheering to start us off. Yeah. We're back, baby. Yeah. Perfect. We got Lou today with me. All right. That's funny. We were just talking about right before we started how Lou has a new setup. So if you're watching, you get to see now, instead of just his beautiful big beard and face, then his awesome setup he has in the background as well. If you didn't know, we do have the show on YouTube, so make sure you go check it out because we will be reviewing some skate clips here coming up after me and Lou kind of shoot the stuff for a little bit. So, dude,
Shooting the stuff.
how have you been, dog? It's been a minute. Me and Lou
I
haven't
know.
even really talked, and we're business partners. Like, it's been busy, just kind of both been off all over the place the last couple of weeks, and it's been probably a little bit since we've even got to sit down and have a conversation. So, man, this is more for us, bro. How you been, dog?
Great. Now, like I had a rough. That's the thing. Even as I'm staying, like, I had a rough couple weeks, like mentally. I mean, like, and not even like I'm depressed. Just feel like you're missing something. But otherwise, what's rough? I'm eating every day. I got a job, got a beautiful apartment, so it's not like it's terrible. It's going through some things of myself, But then this weekend, because we're communal creatures, you know what I mean? We need each other. That's just what it comes down to. And like, I could be extremely introverted. Like, I love being by myself, love it. But we need that social stuff, you know what I mean? Like, the day job, like, I get sociability there, but it's like, unless we're talking about just electrical work, it's like, I'm not trying to hear this negative nonsense of talking about this person or just something to complain about, which not something everyone does, but it's a majority of people. So it's like, listen.
And who's really trying to have like those conversations at work, right? Like, you're there to work.
Well,
make your
dude,
paycheck.
a ton of people are. That's what's annoying. Is like, and it's not like they're miserable people or upset. They're happy individuals, but the discussions are so null to me. Yeah, like, and I'm not judging. It's just, we're not gonna discuss what we're, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon of talking about that guy over that don't.
Yeah,
it's not what I do anymore. So.
Just seems like it probably is just a little bit harder for you to find like those meaningful conversations. You got to have like
or just something that's not about
people.
Other people. I don't want to like
Yeah, exactly.
That to me, that's just like, why are we talking about that person right there and they can't hear us? If I'm going to talk about someone, I'm going to personally, or I'm going to sit there in the group that I'm in, talk loud enough that I'm talking about you, so then we can talk about it.
And then look at
you.
I
don't, I don't do that. I don't do that. Like, it's just not my style.
Like that social media style indirectness. People always try to say something.
That's silliness. You know what I mean? But then, like, this weekend, did the Prescript thing down in Virginia, the upper body intensive.
Saw that XSF shirt and the little preview thing they posted. Yeah, baby, you already know.
I don't have to represent. You know that. I'm not stupid. I showed up knowing there'd be cameras there. Come on, son. You think I'm gonna be stupid? But it was great. Like, that's again, awesome. Like, the more people I meet that are involved with Prescript, every single person so far is so cool. And, like, that's not me just saying that, like, straight up, because I wouldn't lie. If I didn't like someone, I was whatever. But, like,
for real,
everyone's so cool. Like, jive with everybody. 2 days of amazing learning. Because, like, for me personally, too, I learn much better in person. I need that hands-on with questions, the feel of it, So having that was phenomenal. Being with all of them is just, they're the best. They're the best in the business, best in, like, it's just because... Literally, you don't feel like you're going to some seminar to learn some stuff. Even how passionate you are about it, you feel like you're hanging out with people in the street learning, and they happen to be extremely intelligent at this. You know what I mean? Yes. So it's so dope. It really was.
You should let people know what Prescript is for anybody who's listening who might not know.
Is the number one. Prescript is the number one in the game. They're the number one in the game. They're, the Muscle Doc, Killian Hamilton, Thayer, fucking
Jordan Junta,
Stu Locke.
All
James
them
Matt,
dudes. Yeah, I was just saying,
all
Mac, everybody.
Like, everyone, and then we could just name every single person we know. And like,
just keep going.
You guys know who you are.
Come on out. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, this is our show. Like,
if you want to check out a place to get educated on biomechanics, that is your
Prescript.com. Yeah, on if you're getting in the fitness game, or if you care about learning about the human anatomy and how it works.
That's what I was just gonna say, dude. I feel like so many athletes alone could benefit from taking that course, just because it just shows you your body in a different way. And
because check this out.
If you care enough, hey.
And check this out, too. Now, imagine you're going to go coach one of these athletes who took a course.
Bro.
The discussions you could have and the understanding that they would have.
Session.
You know what I'm saying? Because you would be able to forget it. Like, they'd have an understanding of what you're actually saying to. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like every client you have has to know what we know at all. That's the point. No. But, like, to actually have it's just a quicker turnaround when it comes to learning and progressing.
That's what I was just going to say. Yep.
That's what that is. But
Yeah, dude.
yeah, they're amazing. So the weekend with that, like getting that community back, like they really gave me that energy because I need, like I really, really need that, like that community, and to be around a bunch of like-minded individuals, have a
Mm-hmm.
great time
Mm-hmm.
is it's and learning, getting better at being like yourself. It's so
Yeah,
amazing.
perfecting your craft and whatever you're doing. Yeah, dude, for sure. I mean, I felt
No,
the
they're
same.
having one in California in January.
Are they? I'm gonna have to pop out to that one. Then I did
That's not
honest.
far from you.
No, that's
But
not.
there's
I
one in
mean,
Toronto. There's one in Toronto in September. I don't know how far Toronto is from you.
it's not. That's the thing. It's
Because
not
it's
bad. 'Cause
8 hours
I'm.
from me this way, and I
Yeah.
think it's like that for you.
Yeah, so I think it's probably 12 if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, but that's still,
Yes.
it's that
This
way
is how you know
somewhere.
this is how you know we're like just
I'm
skateboarders and shit.
what is it,
8 hours
geographically
this way.
challenged.
That means this has to be 12 hours
It's that
that
way.
way.
Yeah, that's math, right? It works. Add a couple hours on there. We're good, bro.
If you figure each inch is an hour or so.
No, you go this way. Yeah, dude. We got it. It's good.
Yeah, dude.
Nah, but I feel
Definitely
you
come
though,
out.
dude. I feel the same way with recently getting back into skate camps. Finally being back on my board and being back in the skateboarding community myself, and just seeing like how much that's pushed me outside of skateboarding, even just to feel like just feeling that much better. Like you said, we are. I mean, I believe we are very, very social creatures. Like you said, I'm very introverted to an extent. Like I love to be at my house with my family doing my thing. I love to have my time to myself. But when that goes long without having those connections with people, it's just different. Like you just feel a lot different. Like even me and you having our conversations over the phone that we have, like that does help. But when you get
Hmm.
with a group of people in person, like there's just something different about it. And especially with skateboarding and like the learning situation too, like you were saying, any of those two things, I always strive when I'm just with a group of people, like way better than if I'm just sitting there trying to learn or skate by myself. I still have a great time when I skate by myself. I still learn when I'm trying to sit there by myself. But when you apply those things with a community of people, it's a lot different. Definitely is pretty tight, dude.
Yeah, man. It really is. And it's something I like. I don't know if it's something I lied to myself about or just obviously like we're always growing. So I don't like to say I lied to myself. Obviously, I just maybe realize now. Like 'cause for a while, like I don't need that, or maybe it was an
Mm-hmm.
ego thing, whatever it was. But now I've come full blown understanding, or maybe it's the fact that I've come in contact and found prescript for myself to be like,
Yeah.
oh, this is who I want to jive with, and like it's when I'm now like community, we need that shit. Like now that I'm involved in one that's dope in my opinion, I love all the people. Like it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, we need it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's just lacking the community itself. Not saying I wasn't involved with some cool ones, but preaching ones is just
Yeah, it
natural.
clicked.
Feel like you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like
Of course.
we definitely are without a doubt, and like having one involved, especially again like minded. You can have a community of friends, cool. Like that's great. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It is great.
You might not
Love
all
my
be trying to
friends.
go the same way or same
Yeah,
place.
exactly. So like when you get together with a group that's doing the same things but all different, same focus right now, at
Hmm.
least in the setting you're in, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
Hey,
It's so dope.
speaking of game changers, dog. We gotta review some of these clips from Kyle Walker's new part, dude.
Oh yeah.
So if you haven't watched, we'll have everything down in the show notes. We're gonna start reviewing skate videos each week, or clips from a skate video that we choose each week. And this week's video is Kyle Walker's Ruby Vans part. Now, Kyle Walker is somebody I've actually met a long time ago at Third Lair when he was, probably about 14 years old, still had a Justin Bieber haircut a little bit and stuff like that. And we're like all skating King of the Groms and all this other stuff, right? And to see how crazy good this dude is today, man, it is insane. So I'm going to pull up the one clip here that we're watching. He does this insane board slide down a flat, and then it goes down and then kinks out to another flat. And I mean, each flat has to be 50. I mean, that first one's 15 feet long, probably. Look at that. Cruising, down's 15 feet. Another one, like, that has to be, like, at least, like, probably 45 feet of just board sliding right there. I would say so. Look at that. Look at that. Just, what would you say, Lou? How far?
I'm trying to think of it
I
in
might be
lengths of
over. I might be
time.
over,
Yeah.
but, bro, I
No, but
mean,
not far. I would say at least 30. At
yeah,
least
at
30
least.
feet.
Yeah, at least
At least
30.
30 feet.
And the
And the
craziest part,
transition too.
yeah, well, the craziest part is too when he goes up. If you watch closely, he goes to ollie up, and he actually, like, if you know what a wally is, it's literally just like pretty much riding off of a wall so you can get air or go up something, and he does that. Like, he ollies, but it's so tall that he had to, like, wally up it still to get up on top of it. But he stuck that thing out and just went. And the security guard, dude, I was just like, hey, get it, dude. That's always the worst when you get to a spot and it's like you can start getting close to a trick and then the security guard pulls up and just is like super aggro about it. Because there's other times, dude, where you'll get a security guard and they'll be chill. They'll be like, hey, bro, what time is it?
As they should.
Hey, I'll be off in an hour, bro. Just come back when we're gone. And I'm like, all right, cool. Thank you, dog. Or he'll come out and be like, hey, guys, you know, hey, get a couple more tries in, but I got to get you guys got to kind of get out of here. It's like, all right, dude, at least thank you for being polite about it. You know, but they also don't understand these dudes, especially who are out here filming parts, like this is their paycheck, dog. Like this is just like you rolling up in that cart, homie. So, I mean, you're both kind of in a situation there where it's like, all right, like who's right and who's wrong?
Yeah, because it's this, well,
skaters are right.
I was just, you want to get psychological right here. So, who's right or wrong? Like, all right, you know who? All right, who was right? And this is such a drastic jump. But who was right or wrong in the friggin' Holocaust? Yeah. You know, all the officers that were like, "Oh, just following orders." Yeah. Obviously, I'm not trying to compare the horrors that happened there to.
No, but it's just a drastic jump to compare the two parallels.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like who was right or wrong? How about stop enforcing stupid rules? Like I can't skate here.
I can't skate here.
Like, all right, you know
stop building skate parks outside. Then.
Yeah, like come on. Like,
no, don't stop.
Stop it.
Yo, you know what's funny too, though?
Stop caring. That's what they get over it. You know what? Matter of fact, how about this? You make so much money, most of these corporate buildings that have these great spots like that. They just hire someone to come and clean up the little skate mess when we're done. Yeah. Every day. I just gave someone a job. You could pay some kids
because guess what?
$20 an hour to do that.
Your school's getting put on the map just because people are doing tricks there, bro. Chill out. You know what I'm saying?
I just gave you a Fortune 500 idea, and you better run with it. So.
You better.
You know what I mean? Because why you gotta because you know who's the worst? The
bystander, bro. Nah.
No, listen. It's typically like a middle-aged white woman who's friggin' running after some kid skating, and her job's not security.
I've recently had that happen too. Just literally, who are you? Like,
it's not security.
No,
it's what a nosy.
It's somebody who lives in the apartment building across the street, or somebody who shops at the store, or something like that. And it's like, one, what are you doing? Like, leave me alone. I don't bother you, and you're doing your thing. Two, like why? Like why does it why is this like you got some issues you need to deal with? If me doing this is bothering you to an extent where you feel like you have to come bother me and ruin my day about it, like when it's not even directly yours. Like, come on,
bro, it's the same people. If you're walking down the street in Manhattan without a mask on, they're like murderer.
Yeah, it's like, bro, why? Like, get out of here, dude.
Oh yeah.
No, you want to see him?
Yo, you said it, but you pulled it right out of my.
Yeah, I can see it, bro. I saw it, dude. Yo, this one is crazy. So this next clip he does, and we're just reviewing a couple of clips. The whole video is absolutely insane. He had like 7 minutes of footage or something like that. But he does a full cab lip slide back to regular, but not on just a rail, but he does it on a ledge. And Louis, if you don't know, like lip sliding a ledge like that, especially when you're doing like a back lip type way, when you're sliding with your back to the ledge like that, it is very difficult to not get your stuff tossed. Like it is so hard, especially spinning into it like that is absolutely insane. Like I would prefer doing that trick on a rail. Like I'll do that trick on like a little down rail, hands down. But on a ledge, nah, dude, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, like when I watch moves like this, I'm like, how can any other sport say they're athletic?
That's what I'm saying. And the crazy thing is too, like, you know, a lot of these guys you talk to them and like the most they do is like stretch and stuff. And like, of course, that's what we're trying to change because it's like they are so athletic without doing that stuff. If you just put a little bit towards that, like, because I mean, look at all that rotation and then having to stop, stabilize, look backwards through your arm and then come back and twist the body back the other way. You know, you're fighting rotation in the middle of that
while doing your best to not think. And obviously, most don't think about falling, but like that happens.
But still,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're doing everything you can not to. So there's all these other variables.
If you do fall, it's not like, oh, I missed the trick. It's like, yo,
you go down, bro.
Yeah,
you go down, dude. Yeah. I was I'm in the middle of filming a part for myself. I was downtown filming. What was it? Last Tuesday, a week ago. and maybe it was before that. I think it was a little bit over a week now. But yeah, dude, I was down there filming and I was going for the last trick of the night and I ended up landing it, but there was just like this one fall, and that's what you're saying. Like, there's the times like you slip out and like you can run out and stuff because the people who are out there doing this, we've been skating for years and we've had those falls. You learn aerial awareness, as Jamie Foyd like to say, and you learn those things, how to fall and stuff. And I think that's one of the best ways for you to learn how to fall. Like when I'm in camp with kids, like I'll teach them how to roll on their shoulders correctly and stuff, so they're not just bodying themselves. But other than that, it's like you got to get out there and just fall and learn like how to use your body in those moments. But then there's those falls, bro, that catch you, dog, and you go down. I had that too, and I actually skate with a helmet now, dude. I stopped
I
being.
saw that and I love that. You have
Yeah,
no idea how
man.
much I love that.
Yeah, dude. I just was like, I sat there and like I was pretty emotional one day after all the Henry stuff that we had recently, and I was sitting here thinking about everything I'm trying to do, bring all this stuff to the skateboarding industry, really push, it's there, but I'm really trying to push it with some of these other people and push the fact we both are, the fact that like, yo, we can be extreme humans in so many different ways. We just got to take care of our bodies along the way, right? And it's like, for me, it's just, why would I do that and then not skate with a helmet? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I even go for a bike ride and not wear a helmet? One, I have this family upstairs that I love with all my heart, and it's like I've hit my head 3 times already skating. That's known concussions. I've been in fights. I've been in all this other stuff. I've had explosions go off next to my head. I've already had enough coming into this brain, and now I'm at a point in my life where it's like, I actively use my brain every single day. Every single day I wake up, that's the first thing I'm doing is thinking of things, sitting down, meditating, whatever the case may be. I'm constantly using my brain, and I don't want to ever not be able to do that. And then, Henry popped in my head. I've seen him fall and literally have a seizure, like hit his head so hard he had a seizure. And then there's the Henry Gartland Foundation, and they're all about doing research into brain research and development and surgery, and getting kids to wear helmets. And I was like, dude, if I'm going to support all this, like I gotta, and not only be that dude, but I want to protect myself. I was like, I want to be around for my family and not let anything stop me. And I'm not going to not let skating stop me. When everybody can make their own decision, people are still out there doing their thing. It's like whatever. It's weird it's hard for me, dude. I'm not even going to lie, bro. Like it's hard for me to put my helmet on and go out there and film a freaking street party. It's not easy. You know why? I've been skating since I was 12 years old without a dang helmet, and it's just this weird thing that is looked at differently, and it's starting to change. But I was like, bro, man, whatever, bro. I don't care what anybody else thinks, because you know what? I'm gonna be out here putting the stees on with the helmet, and people will be like, dang, this dude's amazing. And like, they're not. That's the only thing they don't worry about, bro. It's just the skating. So I don't know, dude.
That's
I was just like, I needed to do something.
amazing.
Yeah, dude, I had to just go ahead and put it on.
When I saw you started wearing it, I understood it was like you're doing it for the
The skate
kids,
camps?
like
Well,
just
that
around
so
them.
like they were harping me about it, bro, because I was teaching skate camp and I had my helmet on, and they were like, "Why aren't you wearing a helmet? Why aren't you wearing a helmet?" And then we had this Henry stuff, and then I just sat there one day and I was like, "Bro,
It'd be
kids are
terrible if you
so
said like,
wise,
I don't
bro.
wear a helmet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kids are
and
so
well,
wise." I was like, you
that
know what?
see, and
They're like,
that's
and
why
they
you're
literally,
wise.
I was like, I just don't. And they're like, well, you should. And I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, well,
but
damn, I should.
that's why you're wise because you realize kids are wise and don't have that huge ego that would sit there and be like, "Get out of here,
Oh, I
kid."
understand. Yeah, you
Like
look
so
cooler
many
without
people
it.
do.
But blah blah blah. No, it doesn't matter to them.
All
They're
that
just like, nah, bro,
nonsense.
put it on. It's not that
That's
hard.
amazing. Honestly, I love
I'm
that so
pushing
much
it. And the
because
thing is too, like,
that's what we need.
and the thing is too, if you're gonna judge me because I'm wearing a helmet and we're skaters, you're not the skater I want to talk to. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or
Like,
the human in general.
yeah, exactly. Like, I don't need to associate myself with
Because like
that.
let that
So,
sit with yourself. You know what I mean? Because I sit here like as you were saying all that stuff, I'm sitting there like, I can't even say the words without putting a helmet on and just with myself. With
yeah,
myself, I
yeah,
think
exactly.
everyone should wear one if you're skating like that. If you're doing anything, and
Yeah,
I still sit, and I call myself judging someone earlier. Like I'm always doing that, so it's something like that's how it's dope about yourself that you're doing that. You know what I
thank you.
mean? You're putting all the nonsense aside because you're doing
Yeah,
what's right. You're
yeah, and
straight up
it's
doing what's
like
right
I
because
got
you're teaching
years,
the
dude.
kids are gonna see you.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
then
they're gonna do what you do,
exactly, and that's the thing too. Is
that's
like,
amazing.
if I want these kids taking care of their bodies the way I want them taking care of their bodies, I mean, shit. If I'm not making sure I'm wearing a helmet to keep the brain safe, I mean, you can't. This brain goes, bro. They can't do anything else. I'm trying to really teach them how to do. So it's just an
That's
interesting
amazing.
cycle. And two, for me, just personally, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of it. Like I've always had this like wanting to put it back on, But I just haven't, just because it's like, oh, I look better without it, like this and that, blah, 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 blah. You know, all these own thoughts I had run through my head. And then it was just like, bro, I just don't care anymore. Like, I'm just going to wear it, bro. And if you mess with it, you mess with it. If you don't, you don't. Like, all right, that's cool. You know, I'm just out here doing me. And people will see that. And that's the thing is, like, and like I said, the kids, bro, they hit me hard. They're like, well, you should. It was just the way they said it. I was like, dang, yeah, y'all are right, bro. I probably should. Yeah. You know, and speaking of front side, or speaking of should, he didn't think he should have landed that, bro. You saw his face. Kyle Walker does this big front side flip out, or kick flip out if you want to call it, to fake it, however you want to say it. I would say front side flip out. But his face when he lands, I've had that moment too where you literally, like, you do it and all of a sudden, like, you're rolling away and you're like, dang, I did it. And you could tell he had that. He was like, oh, cool. I wonder if it was first try or something. It'd be cool to ask him, like, hey, dude, was this first try? Why were you so shocked?
Let's ask him.
That's tall, dude. How tall do you think that is? That's 7 feet probably. Because he's like my height. I can't really tell.
I'm the worst person to ask how tall something is. But I'm always like, I exaggerate the shit out of it.
I mean, just right there alone.
It's at least 15 feet.
I guess it's probably like 7.
Like, bro, it's 7.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm down here, bro.
But I mean, that's the thing, though, dude. Me and JKs were talking about that, how, like, us as skateboarders are so adapted to this stuff. Like, even just the falls we take. Like, bro, you take an average day person who doesn't do anything, and you have them jump off of a 7-foot building onto concrete, bro, they're going to ruin their life. Like, it's just so crazy to me.
That's so true.
And it's like, why wouldn't you want to do more to take care of your body? I'm just pushing the XSF stuff super hard because, you know, shameless plug, and you all should be out there taking care of your bodies. Just saying.
Yeah, well.
Bro, And too, dude, like the impact there alone. What was it again? Like the running forces is like 1.5 times. What was it again? Oh, God, I can't. I never.
You want to know right now?
Yes.
Walking is 1 to 1.5 times your body weight per step of ground reaction force back through your body. Running is 2 to 5 times, and jumping is 4 to 11. Meaning, so like what homeboy does right here when he jumps up
on it and then off.
Well, yeah, on it and then off. Off is definitely worse.
Oh yeah, then going on for sure.
Now we're going with gravity.
Yeah, for sure.
Not the same. When you jump, you're going.
I was just saying, like, there's two aspects to it where he's still like creating so much force in his body. Yeah,
he's hitting like 11 times his body weight both times, and if he didn't take care of his tissues, his bones, his joints, or his bones,
and that's
after nutrition. But he didn't take care of his joints, his ligaments.
Yes,
you know, his muscles, his stacking his body, his mobility, his stability, his strength.
Yes.
Eventually, one day, he has the high potential and risk to blow a knee out, blow an ankle out, you know.
And that's what you see. That's what you see in skateboarding,
always
dude.
Until it happens.
Yeah, that's what you see in skating, dude. Look at
neglect it until it happens.
Like, look at me. I didn't know about this stuff until it was too late for my ankle. Like, that's why what happened with my ankle happened. I had all these injuries from back in the day. I was put in a cast, and then I'd just get right back to skating when I was younger, you know. And then 18 came around, went to the Army, learned a lot more, and then I haven't had an ankle injury since. And then all of a sudden I have my first ankle roll back, like years into skating, years into getting back to stuff, and boom, everything just pops. You know, it's because that stuff doesn't return back to its original state, especially when it's like you're rolling stuff chronically, you have these little hairline fractures, all that stuff adds up. And if you're not doing this stuff on top, like nowadays that I do, or now like everybody else should be doing, especially after injury, like you're just asking to get hurt. It's like, well, the equation for injury, dog. Injury equals applied force is greater than the tissue tolerance, dog. Like it's that simple. Like if you so think about that, right? If your tissue tolerance is down, just like if for the Minnesota skateboarders out there, we don't skate as much in the winter, right? So you might skate, maybe if you're lucky, you go to third once a week, maybe. Sometimes that doesn't even happen where they go months without skating. So think about the next time you get back on that skateboard and it's been months. Your tissue tolerance to that impact of jumping down, something like that, or even just doing like a 50-50 on a bump to box and then landing is going to be much lower than it's used to. You want to build that up. And what you could do in the off time of not skating is doing exercises that help build that tissue tolerance up so then it's not so low when you get back to skating. I don't know, little random rant plug for the people out there, but yeah.
Beautiful. Wasn't a rant. That's information like a mile lover. That's the
type of this. How to let them know, though.
That's what we're here to do, is let them know, because people are going to think like, because unless we can relate in such a sense, like, why are you going to work out? If I get really good at skating, get
Well,
really good
because
at skating.
that's
It's like, all right,
yeah.
you want to get really good at skating? You want to stay get really good at skating? You want to skate until you're 70? You want to be that dude who I posted on my story the other day, look like 85, skating, chilling? Yes.
Bro, did you
Yes.
see
You
the
look like a healthy
heroin
85.
skateboards? Yeah, did you see what heroin skateboards did? They gave him the dude like a guest pro model board.
Word.
That 80-year-old who just started skating and stuff. Yeah, dude, it's pretty sick. There's a little. I'll post something in the show notes for people so they
Yeah,
can see the
that
video.
I
It's
mean
pretty
that,
cool.
but that's what we talk about there, you know.
Yeah, dude.
Like
I don't know,
why,
like
and how many people go through life aches and pains when like you really
yeah,
don't have to. Like
yes,
certain
bro.
things, maybe like you really don't have to
Isn't that
go
such
through
a
life like that.
misconception too? I've talked to so many people where they're like, oh, getting old. I want to go get old and have to take all these pills again. It's like,
I
bro,
can't
no,
stand the
you
getting
don't
old thing. There's a
have to.
reason
You
people take
don't
so many
have to.
pills.
Yeah, you literally
Yeah.
don't have to. It's like that's such a misconception. It's like, no, you will grow old and have to take pills if you don't do stuff now to make sure that's not the case. I mean, it's really just playing chess here. Like, think about it. If you make all these wrong moves in chess, you're never really going to lose in the end, no matter which way you go. Like if you're not taking care of your body throughout your life, no matter which way you go, you're gonna feel like poop in the future. Like you're just not gonna feel good, no matter which way you go about it. Even me, dude. Like I've noticed upper back stuff that I never had after this surgery and stuff that I'm working on. I mean, like mobility stuff and stability stuff in the shoulders that I've never really had an issue with. That's because I've been sitting down a lot more than I'm used to, reached forward a lot more than I'm used to, just in that position. And it's just something that if you're not aware of it, it'll catch up to you quick. And luckily, I'm glad I'm somebody who is aware of it. That's what we're here for. Because I know it's really not that easy when you've lived in something. Because I'm sure you've had this, right? Where you have a new client that come in and you're doing like that first like walk through kind of assessment, right? I mean, every day we train somebody as an assessment. Don't get us wrong. Constantly assessing people, and that's what I believe is a good coach. But off that note, we'll talk about that a different day. But, when somebody comes in and they're like, oh, I have this issue with my shoulder or this issue with my hip, and then you show them this mobility movement that helps, right? And then all of a sudden you put them back and you try to get them to go back into the assessed range of motion that you were going through, and they can do it better. And all of a sudden it clicks in their head like, dang, I didn't even know for years that this wasn't like that bad of a thing. Or I didn't know it was because of this side of my leg, not this actual shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like there's all these things that can be linked together, and I don't know, just take care of your body, people. I just want people to take care of themselves because we're all humans and we all have the capability to be extreme humans. We just got to take care of our bodies. Speaking about applied force, bro. Boom, bro. This big inward heel flip, not to cut you off. Boom. Like that alone, dude. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I wish there was more studies out there on this. Like there needs.
There will be.
Yeah, there now that bro. Especially with the Olympics and stuff now and all that.
Yeah, it has that. But like, I love it's the flip that gets me. Like it's just like how to do that with an object
okay,
and land back on it to me is
he did
so
this,
amazing.
bro. He did this one weird though, bro. This is like crazy how he catches it too. See if I can get it to pause on the part. So if you can kind of see, he like flicks it and it goes like away from his feet. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it like that. Dang it. See if I can get it. No, what happened? Wait. Having some difficulties with the TV here. Oh, it didn't pause when I wanted it to. But if you see on the clip, you can see it more clearly if you're on YouTube and just watching it through. The board goes like in front of him and he catches up with it. Like that, talk about board control. Like he was watching that thing the whole time and it was like, all right, nope, you're mine. Whop, and just lands on it. That trick,
so wild.
Inward heel flips are so hard, dude. Like for me at least, they're just a weird trick. I'm sure a lot of other skaters think the same thing because it's like you're flipping your board in between your legs, and it's also doing a heel flip. So it's just like doing all the opposite stuff you want it to do. Usually you do like a tray flip or a varial flip. It's just more natural for the ankle to flick and stuff. But when you're doing this one, it's like just so much different. It feels weird. And to boost it off of something like this is just crazy. Absolutely insane. The last clip we're going to review, bro. This 50-50 is messed up, bro.
Oh my God. It's like never ending.
Dude, he just all these up. I was like, okay, I thought it was going to end right there. Nope. I thought it was going to end right there. Nope. Look at the speed he catches on that thing, dude.
That's what's so impressive is the speed he gets during it, and look at the balance he just
Bro.
maintains the whole time.
Hey, you know
And
what?
look here, like look at that. That's insane.
Leaning forward, bro. He's like, I gotta stay with
He
it.
went. He look. Watch how he goes front back. Like he shifts his body weight.
Forward, backward,
His center
forward.
mass is going crazy right now.
Boom,
Like,
bro.
that is wild.
That's why, I mean, you look at all these skaters, dude, and like a lot of them are very, very, very skinny. Like there's not very big, like very big men in skating. And it's like, because most of them just eat the average amount, and then they skate all the time. It's like, dude, this is so taxing on your body. If you just only knew, That's why I get in arguments with people all the time too. Is like, I'll say skateboarding is one of the most athletic things you can do, and people will be like, "No, what about fucking football?" And blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, fucking no, like it's not the same.
That's because of the misconception and the nonsense, and because throughout history, like, no, I'm not going to touch on that. Like, it's just what it is. Like, all right, yeah, sure, it's more athletic to run up and down a field while another guy chases you, to cut left, right, to jump. I'm getting it. I'm not saying it's not athletic.
Oh, no, not at all.
Try doing something close to what you can hop left and right on one foot. Or sprinter hops during practice.
I always look at it like this, dude.
Do this.
I look at it like this: you could take a skateboarder and they could hop on the football field and do some of that stuff. Like for the most part,
Yeah, like run, jump.
They might not be the best, but they still could do it. You could not take any football player and just pick them up and tell them, "Hey, go grind that rail, dog." It's not happening. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh man,
exactly. Like, and I guarantee.
Of course, I have bias because I am a skater, but then again, it's like if I wasn't a skater, I wouldn't have the respect.
Really think about it.
Yeah,
if you really think about it.
Like I'll even throw BMXing in there too, like any of that extreme, like where you're hucking your body around and you're doing stuff like that, like even that alone, like, I mean, I would still say skateboarding's more just because I'm a skater too, but you know what I mean? Like it's just you think, yeah. Go ahead, I just cut you off. I'm gonna let you go ahead with it because I was gonna go on a rant.
No, just really think about it. Really think about it. Like,
yeah, just it's not that hard.
Football. All right, when are you naturally gifted at football? If you're huge?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you have some running backs that are like phenoms.
Yeah, you just have that one fast kid.
A quarterback. Wow, a quarterback could throw a dime. Like that's a great thing to be able to do, but just throwing a fucking football. Now, skating.
It's skating. Come on now,
dude.
Yeah.
You see what these people are doing. You're like, how? It's almost like magical. Like, how do you take that skateboard? You jump up off the ground, defy gravity, do some weird things with that skateboard, then happen to fall back on it, and then sometimes you grind in between that.
Yes.
Like, what? Oh, wow. You broke 100-yard tackle and ran faster than everyone else.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like, and that's the thing, too, is, like, I'm not throwing shade in that aspect. Like, I'll watch football. Yeah, like, like, it's cool, like, but it's not, nothing is as cool as skating. Like, you're just not going to, it's not going to entertain me. It's just not. It's just, like, because I know what, and the thing is, too, I think you have to have some type of respect to have it be such an entertaining thing, too, because, like, I imagine, like, a bystander off the street, right? Like, watching a football game versus skateboarding in the Olympics or something, right? And it's like, yeah, this is cool because it's different, but they also just don't know it enough. Like, it hasn't been around.
You know why?
It's been around a lot for us.
I just figured it out.
What?
You ready? Right here.
Hit it with me.
Seriously. The main sports, at least in America, are team-based sports.
And that's correct.
I mean, so like that's where these people need a tribe to go to, and the tribe to go to is a team sport. Mm-hmm. Now, if you have skateboarding, the USA team, all right, but
it's all still it's still down
unless
to
you're into the actual sport. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be looking at an individual player. Like someone who's not really into soccer or football will say like, "Oh, I really like me. I really love Ibrahimovic. I'm an Ibrahimovic fan. If he goes to a team, I like the team. Mm-hmm. I'm not the biggest soccer fan or football fan. I like watching it, but I'm not, Now, if you're into it, you most likely like the team. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, love the team. Like obviously, look at America. You got people that will spend their Sunday evening naked, painting their face in the stands, freezing for their team that could care less about them. So it's like, all right, cool. Do what you like to do, Yeah. I used to do crazy stuff like that. Like when I was in high school, if the Dallas Cowboys lost, it swayed my entire week. I was nuts like that, Yep. Some people are 50 and still like that, but whatever. Like, So that's what I think is why is that, and the bad rap skating's always got it. It was birthed off a surfboard surfing, which was like
Yeah. And
not always
that's what I forget
accepted.
too, is like it's so, I mean, it's 16 years of my life now, but to other people, like they've seen them, but they just, it's so new, like the culture of it all to like everybody else still, you know, like if you haven't been in
Yeah,
it.
and if you ask someone who's never been in it, the general ideas of skateboarding is like riffraff type of thing,
Yeah, of
like
course.
punks. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, that's how I
Which
was
I
treated in
love.
school too. Yeah, like that's the thing though, is like I don't want it to like, that's the thing I don't think I'll ever leave, because everybody's so individual in skating. Like you're gonna have like the dudes who want to go to the
Dude,
Olympics, and you're gonna have the dudes who just want to go rip up a bowl
bro,
and skate something,
bro,
you know? Like,
that's the point. That's what's
yeah.
so beautiful about it. But the other day I was leaving from a job site. Now all of a sudden we can't leave from a certain entrance or
Oh
exit,
yeah.
whatever. There's a sign there or whatever. And I'm leaving, and the security guard's like, "Yeah, you can't skate through here." What? Like,
What?
I don't think they understand the oxymoron it is to tell a skateboarder they're not allowed to skate somewhere. Like, I'm gonna skate more.
Yeah,
Like,
like
if you tell me I can't skate here,
I'm skating here,
okay,
bro. I'm
I'm
definitely
gonna
skating
skate
here.
here
Like
even
it's
more.
happening.
Like, that's honestly, if you feel disrespected, I'm sorry. Go become a cop. But you're gonna have to call the cops. Like,
Yeah, come on
you
now.
know. And I'm just gonna skate away from them too. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So,
And that's the thing too, is like
and am I
back.
teaching your kids to disobey public security? Yes. So that's just what that is.
Oh, that's too friggin' good. Oh my god. Oh. But I mean, it happens though. Like you see, like it's not, and that's the thing though, is like I think it really boils down to, and I've noticed this is a lot to do with respect, dude. Like especially with skaters, like I've seen the nicest dudes go savage mode on security guards or random people just because they came up acting completely out of hand. Like they'd come up, try to take their board away or come up and push them while they're on the way up to a trick. It's like, one, you just endangered me more. Two,
Yeah,
you're trying to take my
exactly.
personal property. You have no right to do that. It doesn't matter. You can't just walk up to somebody who you're going to kick out and take their purse. Like it doesn't work like that. You can't
Wow.
just do that. You know, and like that's something that I've seen has
Like,
gotten better, but like I said, I've seen homies who've been the nicest dudes and they snap. But then like the same
yeah,
thing where I've seen people who usually would snap on like the littlest thing. You know, I have dudes like that I skate with at times. You know, you go out with the crew and it's like you have that one guy who just always wants to start something, but then you have that security guard who comes along and is like, hey guys, like, hey, could you come back in like half an hour? My shift's done. I just don't want to have to deal with it. I want you guys to skate. And it's like, all right, cool. You know, and then all of a sudden this dude who usually is snapping is like, all right, cool, dog. You know, it was respect that was shown. Like, even if he came up and was like, hey, you guys can't skate here, I'd appreciate it if you left. That's different than just coming up and like yelling at us about it and trying to act like we saw a sign that we never see. Just saying.
exactly. Like, dude, because actually, the last time I skated there was last week when the dude was cool. He's like, listen, you guys can't keep coming out of the store, please. He's like, you can't skate through here, please. Like,
Yeah.
it's my job. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right. Now I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what?
Got a little, yeah. That's
I
the
get
thing.
it. I
Yeah.
get it. Like,
And
if I
that's the thing.
wasn't leaving work though, and I
Yeah.
was just skating through there, and he told me that, I honestly still.
Probably could go.
Because if I'm just skating like that, I got my headphones in. I'm gonna ignore you.
Well,
Yo, did I
that's,
tell you about?
yeah.
Oh, did I tell you about the dude who just pulled next to me when I was skating through Manhattan? He started like trying to have a conversation with me about the way I was skating.
No.
Oh, so check this out, right? So I'm skating my usual route through work, through work, skating
Yeah.
through Manhattan. You know, if anyone's in Manhattan, I'm skating down Third Ave, making a right onto about 50th Street, and then I make a left onto Second, then make a right onto 52nd, take that past First, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then do some other things because I live somewhere over there, maybe. Anyway, so
Do some other
literally,
things.
I'm making a right on the street, on let's call it 50th, and so is this like Nueve whatever elevator truck, little not a truck but a little car.
Yeah.
So he makes the right, I make the right inside of him, and I know I'm going, and I go in front, and I skate in front, and like I knew what was going on, whatever. So I notice he like slows up next to me. So I take my headphones out. I'm like, what's up? He's like, yo, you shouldn't skate like that. I'm like, all right. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, I know where this conversation's going. And he's like, because I'm going to hit you. And I'm like, so hit me. He's like, nah, but then I'm going to get in trouble. I'm like, so don't hit me. And he's like, nah, but then if you skate like that, I'm going to hit you. I'm like, yo, so let me tell you, bro, what do you want to, because now I'm just like, and
Yeah, what do you want to do, bro?
I had a bad day already where it was like, mentally,
One
I
of
had
those
one of those.
weeks.
I'm just going. So I was like, literally, I was like, what is the point of this conversation? Because
Yeah,
you're
why
not
are we
going to
doing this?
follow me home from work every day. That I'm going to run into you, or you're going to hit me. Which one is it? Like, what do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
And because he was just trying to be a smart aleck. That even his boy in the car was like, "Yo, just get out of here." Like, he's just being a smart aleck. Like, that's all he was trying to do. Is
Yeah, like
like
why?
because my thing is like, if you think I'm skating wild through Manhattan, you don't think I should because you think I should hit me, then you should probably just keep driving and not hit me. And if you happen to hit me and it's my fault because I'm driving maniac, that is with me. And if I die, I'll die. I get it. I get what I do when I skate. And I'm very aware when I skate.
Yes.
So now, if you want to have some type of conversation just to waste my time and just, act, I don't know what it is. Because I don't, that doesn't compute with me. What computes with me is either like, all right, you didn't hit me. You don't want to hit me. Don't hit me. That's the way I would look at it, right?
Yeah. It's that's
Or
like
you
why is
just
there even
want
a
to get in my
conversation?
ear and aggravate me. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, the next step is you want to fight me. Because in my world, it's like we either have a confrontation or we don't.
Exactly.
So either you want to like, unless it's straight up you saw something like, bro, you almost got hit back there, like so you were concerned. But if you just want to try to get in my ear and
For
annoy me,
what
it's like, yo,
reason too? It's like why?
that's what I'm saying. Because I'm
Yeah.
saying me. It's like I'm not. I don't get mad at that guy for getting annoyed. I know I got anger issues and I'm nuts. It's not anyone else's fault
He's
why I get
clarified this
nuts.
multiple times. We
But
know.
yeah,
You're good though.
but like, yo, I just keep moving,
Yeah,
keep
that's the
moving. Or like
that's
when
the
I
thing
say,
is
all right,
like
let's like then hit me, park the car. Like what do you want?
yeah, well
Like
that's the
what
thing is
like
like it just
if
reminds me
you're
of
like
like
that, if but hold on, if for people out there, if you're like that, if matter of fact, if I'm saying this and you're like, oh, I don't get what the big deal is, then don't
the
ever stop someone from doing their stuff and pull them
yes.
and unless you're trying to throw down and just get over it.
Yeah.
Like I'm over it. This is just conversation. He hasn't heard the story yet,
Yeah, how
so
to
I'm
hear the
over it.
story.
Like I don't care. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. I still skate home. And if I wasn't in such a angst state already, maybe I would have acted a little different. Not that I acted crazy. I got away. I did have a knife in my waistband I could have put in his neck, but I didn't. I skated away. So like, I think everything
Chill
went
out,
fine.
bro. Yeah, like I mean, that's the thing too. It just takes me back to we'll wrap the episode up here soon. We were talking about a little bit community earlier and stuff, and I think it's just been a good episode. I think we've been talking a lot about skating, and I want to mention something real quick. It just reminds me, like you were saying, like why say anything, bro? It literally just takes me back to like what is it, kindergarten, when you're taught like just if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Like if you just like why, like that's what I'm saying. Like I always like I do that with myself now. Like I think about stuff, I try to at least before I say it to the best of my ability, and I'll be like, okay. Like why do I need to say this right now? Like does it need to be
Exactly.
said? Like what's the point of it
What are
all?
the intentions behind it?
Yeah, because it's like if
Because
it's
like I'll
not,
catch myself. I'll catch
yeah,
myself often typing up a little note on Instagram, and I'm like, "What am I? Just get let stop.
yeah.
What is the
I
point? You just
literally did the
what is it?
same thing to JoJo this morning, and like luckily I worked it out with her, so I'm not in the doghouse and stuff. But I had sent her a text in the morning, so I woke up, I was like all up in my own head, and then I was like, bro, why did you actually hit send, dog? Like I literally, as soon as I hit send, I was like, oh, fuck, I should not have sent that. I was like, no, because I like rethought about things, and I was like, I think I'm the one tripping here. But whatever. And then she was like, "Oh, it's all good." Like we talked about it and stuff. But I was just like those moments where it's like, "Dang it, I should have thought a little bit
That's
more." But
being reactionary, and
yes,
most humans are reactionary.
yes. Slow down, slow down. Think next time you're about to
Stop
run
blaming
up.
the world for
Yeah,
you.
next time you're about to
Stop
run up on a
saying
skateboarder and say you need to not skate here, maybe you should think about what you could be doing with your time that actually benefits you and gets you
or bring a
whatever.
peace offering. Show up with like a
Yes,
food,
please
a
bring it.
drink,
Yeah, be like, here, man. You
some
see, you're trying
ganja,
hard.
something. Give a
Yeah.
peace offering, and then maybe explain why. This is what my concerns are.
Yeah, I just don't want you to get hurt.
Because then,
I'm
yeah,
worried. I live right here. I don't want to see anything crazy. Okay, ma'am, I can respect that, but hey, I gotta make my money too. We'll
because you know what
explain
the
to you
problem
though.
is.
This is our
You know
stuff.
what it is that that people that would think like that just wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah,
They'd be
yeah,
like, oh well, that's that
yeah.
kid. That's that.
We're
They're like, that's
talking
that
to
kid.
deaf ears
That's that
here.
kid's life. Yeah, that's that
Yeah,
kid's life.
dude.
The people
Yeah,
that are nuts enough that you see on YouTube or whatever, going up to kids in the
yeah.
middle of a jump and pulling them and like all that. It's
Knock them
like
down.
they are on about 5 or 6 prescription medications.
Yeah, yeah.
And their
Sounds about right.
BMI is probably about 40.
Just up there, bro. Oh my god. I think that's where we're gonna leave it off for today, everybody. We're gonna leave it out with some cheering because that was a fantastic episode back with my man Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah.